Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today our topic is a roadside stand, an important poem from our book. It's written by Robert Frost, a very renowned and famous American poet. He is famous for his poetry and just like for example, stopping by the woods, on a snowy evening, birches, mending walls, or a few of his well-known poems. The life history is given over here. He was born in 1874 and he died in 1963. So the poet is very famous for his poetry, and let's go straight to our topic. That is his poem, "Roadside Stand." That in the poem, we know it has some theme. This poem has a theme, just like it is a scathing criticism of an unequal society where there is a huge division between the rich and the poor, the haves and the have-nots, owing to the unequal distribution of wealth. It depicts with clarity the plight of the poor and the complex dynamics of their existence. It also focuses on the fact that the unequal progress and development between cities and villages have led to the feeling of unhappiness in the rural people. This is all about the poem, the theme, the message that is given through this poem. The theme of the poem is just like that I have told you. Now let's go still to the topic. That is, the little old house was out with a little new shed in front at the edge of the road where the traffic sped. Little old house was out with a little new shed means there is a little house that is built on the edge of the road, and with with the little new shed have been erected on the road by its side where the traffic sped. Because it is a road there, it's a thoroughfare, the traffic is plying with great speed. A roadside stand that too pathetically pled. A roadside stand means that stand, that shop, that shed that has been erected by a farmer in front of his house at the edge of the road, and it stands to pathetically pled means it pleads to guests, and it pleads in a way that arouses pity. It arouses, such is the condition of the shed, such is the condition of the farmer, and their plight that arouses pity among the onlookers. It would not be fair to say for a dole of bread means these people are not, the farmer is not ready to earn breads or seek bread in alms. He would not seek to bread in alms, rather he would like to work hard. He would like to sell his produce at the shed, at the shop, just erected, and he would not like again get great bread in alms. For some of the money, the cash whose flow supports the phala of city from sinking in a withering faint. But the point is very much clear. We're here for some money means the people in the cities have money, they have the cash, there is development, there is a lot of money, their economic condition is very sound, and and because of that they are not their cities are not sinking, they are not losing freshness. Withering paint means they are not losing freshness, they are fresh, because there is a clear difference between cities and the towns and these rural areas. These cities, the people there, they have sound economy, and the people in villages, they are very poor, and that is the marked difference that is shown by the poet in these lines. The poet should mean these people from cities, they would come, they play and they travel in the polished traffic. They have the polished cars passed with the mind ahead. When they just play on the road with the mind ahead, means they have only intention go ahead, just to enjoy ahead somewhere, but not to stop here for some time, pass with the mind ahead. Or if ever aside a moment, then out of search, all having the landscape marred with the outless paint of signs that with an Turner wrong in S. Turner wrong, offered for sale wild bears in wooden carts. But they would not stop for a while there. If sometimes they happen to stop there, and they simply they mar that, they destroy, mar with the artless paint. There they find the landscape marred, destroyed by the signs of road, signs just there, written N and S, but both of them are wrongly just painted, and that also destroys the this landscape of that. But still, if these farmers who have erected, the farmer who have erected a shop or shed there, he offers for sale wild berries in wooden quartz, means he sells wild berries that are grown in their fields, and wooden cots in wooden boxes. Crook-necked golden squash means gourds, cucurbita, and other vegetables are called the squash with silver words, means all these things are sold. This is the produce of a farmer, and that's why he has erected his small shed there in order to sell these things. Wild berries, squash with silver words, and all these are beauty rest in a beautiful mountain scene. And also beauty rests in the beautiful mountain scene, because it is rural area, the countryside, the beautiful mountain scenes, the beauty lies there, and these people would apply to go and enjoy the scenery of that, these rural areas, the countryside. You have the money, but if you want to be mean, why keep your money disclosely and go along? The poet directly just address these people from the city who have money. You have money, but if you want to mean, but you should not be mean. If you want to be mean, why keep your money disclosely and go along, but you don't spend that money here? The people who are selling their crops, who are selling their produce there in order to sustain their life, but you don't take care of them. You just play on. You don't want to spend the money there. You don't want to support them. Just go along because you want to be mean. The hurt to the scenery wouldn't be my complaint so much. Wouldn't be my complaint so much as the trusting sorrow of what is unsaid. So the real complaint of the poet is the sorrow and suffering of the rural folks. He actually wants to express the sorrow. He wants to complain. His complaint is only to show the sorrow and suffering of the rural folks, these peasants or the farmers who are selling, who are just erected their shed there in order to sell their produce, because there is no other means to support their life, sustain their life. Here far from the city, we make our roadside stand and ask for some city money to feel in hand. Here far from cities, these villages, the countryside, far away from the cities, there they have just established small shops in order to earn some money from these city folks would feel to feel in hand, would change, the hands would come to their way, and they simply want to earn some money from these people who are flying in their luxury cars, who are flying on on that road, and are traveling on the road, would stop there and earn, get buy their produce, to try if it will not make our being expand. We want, these farmers would like to earn money in order to live a luxurious life, live a good life, by getting the money from these people, and gives us the life of the moving pictures promise that party and power is said to be keeping from us. They would like to spend that life that is that's shown in the moving pictures, life of the moving pictures, and that promise was made by the government party in the power is said to be keeping from us, but they don't fulfill their promise. Means they have promised them to give them a good life, so just like the life of the moving pictures, but they failed to give them keep their promise. It's in the news that all these pitiful kin ought to be bought out and mercifully gathered in to live in villages next to the theatre and the store. It's in the news that all the pitiful kin means poor villagers who have been deprived of their land ought to be bought out. Their land has been bought by the rich people, and these poor villagers have been pushed from their land. They have been deprived of their land, gathered in to live in the villages, and now they have gathered there. They are just gathered in the small pockets of these villages next to the theater and the store, by the side of the theater or the store. That the theater and the store has been built by these rich men from cities who have purchased, who have bought their land, and they have been deprived of that land, and now they have nothing to sustain their life, and that's why they have just erected those shops in order to sell their produce and earn something. But unfortunately, these people who are traveling in the cars, they don't stop there for a while and purchase or buy their these crops, where they won't have to think for themselves anymore. While greedy good doers, these people have been said greedy good doers. The people from the city who have lot of money, who have purchased, who have bought their land, and they are greedy, though they won't do some good, and that's why the poet called them greedy good doers. While greedy good doers, beneficent beasts of prey, they are beasts of prey. They are preying on these village folks, these simple people. They have deprived them of their land, and they are now taking they are beneficent priests of it. Some over their lives enforcing benefits that are calculated to soothe them out of their wits. And now these people, because they have purchased, they have gathered together, and they have just made the money out of their land benefits that are calculated to soothe them out of their, and that have just driven them out of their wits, out of their mind. And by teaching them how to sleep, they sleep all day. Just why they are sleeping at night the ancient way. And these people have just taught them how to spend their days and how to spend their nights unusually. Usually they would sleep at night and work at day, because they have been deprived of their land. There is nothing to do, and that's why they have been taught to sleep in daytime, and instead of at night. That was the ancient way. uh, uh, I think this is do for today. With this, I conclude today's lecture. I will continue tomorrow in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye. Khuda Hafiz.